me.
What's up? But all right. So yeah, like I said before, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's start with the Horizon stuff, right? Let's go ahead and talk about some of this little news that was given to us from the PlayStation blog, and they were kind of talking about how the world is like supposed to be really lively. You know, like they tried to put a lot of thought into the world, almost on some like some damn, what's the game's name? Um,
My
I'm
mind
trying
was
to,
like, is this gonna be as detailed as a Naughty Dog, like Last of
like
Us?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Last of Us. Like, is it gonna be like as much storytelling in the world like Last of Us is,
I
or
doubt it.
is
I
it
don't
gonna
think it will
be?
be, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean, they were saying that it was like a living, breathing world, and that everything had like purpose, or like you know, like if the colony had like a certain trait, like that trait was kind of like reiterated with like all of the stuff going on in the city, like
Right.
it resembled that and whatnot. And so I
Yeah, I
think,
thought that was cool.
yeah, I think that us being able to just go to these towns or whatever with lively people is totally different from the first game, right? Because we were just like on the hunt or whatever, for the next bit of information and running from the enemies and stuff like that. But this one seems like there's times where you'll have like passive gameplay, where you just be able to like go into this village and just like explore and stuff, and you're not always having to fight and
There
kill.
was like one main village, and then there was like little tiny, like little small, really small settlements, like in the first one, right?
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
like one main village where like you went to the hunter's lodge or whatever, and then there's like little spots out in the world that were small. But I don't think we had like multiple cities
Well,
like
I
with
think the big
Horizon.
one is like chain scrape or something like that. It's
Yeah,
like an
something like that.
outpost or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have like the settlements, which are like little small areas, like you were saying.
But this has
So,
like it looks like multiple cities. And yeah,
yeah.
what's cool is like not even just for Horizon, but I think in almost all open world multiplayer games,
Hmm.
like no matter what part of the map you're on, everyone acts the same. Like if you play
Yeah.
like Assassin's Creed, for instance, Valhalla, like
Hmm.
it's a big world with like multiple cities and multiple towns,
Yeah.
even like even different ethnic groups, but they
Hmm.
all act and do the same thing. They just walk, the streets or whatever. This one
Right.
is supposed to be like the cities are like unique. This isn't just like unique for like a Horizon game. This is kind of unique for open world games where like every city you go to is going to feel the people themselves and the way that they act and the way that they function are going to feel unique to each city. That's kind of neat. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, man, that's
Um,
sick. I'm hoping that it'll be reasons to like walk around the city and explore the city. You know what I mean? Like things to hunt or side quests or whatever to do stuff in
Yeah.
these cities that'll get you like, cool pieces of gear or something like that.
like
That'd
Yeah.
be
even this right here, this authenticity through behavior, like this looks breathing, like living and breathing, like the world. Like you have these birds flying in a flock back here. The
yeah.
clouds are like ruffling in the wind. The waterfall is flowing. Like this feels very, very authentic. That's the
Now
right
is
word. Like
is
authentic.
it me or does it look like it's almost a globe? Like you're looking at like a round
Almost
world.
like you're like it's
The
turning
way
like
it's like
a
curving
planet.
off the
Yeah,
side, yeah.
yeah, it does.
Like
You're
all
right.
this stuff is growing so far out into space that you can see it, from afar.
Yeah, it looks really. This imagine, dude, just planting yourself on a cliffside and looking
And looking
out.
at that,
You're gonna be like, "Whoa, that's awesome."
yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have picture mode in this one. I don't remember if they did on the last one. I think they did, but
It
I
looks
think they're definitely
massive.
gonna have picture mode in this.
This looks really huge. Like here's a city, a bustling city, and it's
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Like people are kind of like functioning in a real way.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're walking in and out of that major outpost temple or
Yeah,
whatever
like
that's
these
over
people
there
like
and
they're
all that
walking
stuff.
together and then they stop. Like
Yeah,
oftentimes in these games, they don't really interact with each other. They kind of just keep walking. They pass each other. Like
hmm
there's not. It doesn't feel authentic. Like this definitely feels like a lot more authentic when you look at it from like a
Yeah.
picture like
When you
this.
when you brought up Valhalla, that's what this reminded me of,
because in Valhalla, you know how in each town there's a bunch of different vendors. There's like little mini games and stuff. So I expect that each tribe will have their own particular little side things you can do. So it's pretty awesome. I really want to see like what kind of I guess equipment each town will sell, because obviously with the workbench and the new equipment, that's going to be a main component with the game. So it seems like there'll be a major benefit going to all the towns, collecting all the gear. So I always love the collecting aspect. So I feel like this will really live it up, like just make the game have a lot more playability.
Like look at this like concept art. Like I felt like they really took to heart their concept art. Like how many times do you see like concept art for a game and it's not even anywhere near as detailed? The game is not even anywhere near as detailed as the concept art was.
You're like, damn, like where'd you lose your motive?
Where'd all that detail go? This looks so blocky and boring. But like look at this and then look at this. They really brought it to life, man. Like it looks really close to their concept art. Like it looks a little less, full than this, but it's pretty darn close, Like,
yo, what up, AG?
What's up, Anthony?
What's good, man?
What's up?
But yeah, dude. I mean, like I just hope that they don't all have like the same types of buildings. You know what I mean? Like that one looks rough. It looks like it's more wood, and the other one looked like it was a little bit more advanced. So if they got some type of shanty town type shit, like one little little town that's just like really made out of planks and aluminum siding and stuff like that, that'd be dope. Just like see like the different environments, so that you're just not going to the same types.
I definitely think it's going to be that way, dude. Like every town's going to look different. I think. I don't think it's going to be like a copy and paste like a Valhalla, right? Where every town is the same building structures, same everything is the same. I think it's going to feel like, wow, this when you walk into the city, it's going to be like a whole new visual experience. So like I really think it will be that way. I believe based on what we're reading here, that's how I'm interpreting this.
Yeah, I'm interpreting the same way. I'm sure within the same tribe, like if there's a bunch of settlements at the same tribe, they may use some of the same assets and building styles, but because they're doing such a big identity thing with each tribe, I assume that when you go to like, a faraway region, it's going to be all new, probably animations, models, everything for the NPCs. And
they also kind of made a distinction between the first one. Mark Rye, you haven't finished the first one yet, right?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'll mention the Godly. Like in the first one, you basically just got OP. Like by the end of the game, like you were just able to do kind of everything. This game is supposed to be like more specialized, I guess. So you
you have like a specific route that you can take with your skills.
Right. Yeah. Do you like that, or do you like by the end of the game just being busted in like every skill?
No, I like having it where you chose like a specific pathway, and so that's what you're good at, and anything else, like if you just focus on the bow and only the bow, then you're gonna be fucking awesome at the bow. You're gonna be Hawkeyeing it out there. But the moment you try to grab your bow staff, it's just gonna be a little weak. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, damn, I need to get space so I can use this bow. The staff is gonna be like my secondary just to get them off of me. But my bow is going to be my primary or something, I've always liked that with, like the Souls games, I think Demon Souls is probably like the best one, because the more you used a weapon or an item or whatever from a specific category, you got better in that area. The more you use your sword or swing your sword, what I mean? You gain more strength or whatever, that type of stuff, like Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, the more you ran, you got your stamina up so you could run longer. The more you swam, you were able to swim better and stuff like that. I like that, because then it makes it so like if you are awesome at everything, you literally did everything. You know what I mean? You're a jack of all trades. You didn't just pump your points that you got, from shooting the shit out of your bow, into your staff to make your staff better.
It does sound though like you can't get good at everything. Like by the end of the game,
with that also.
You're gonna have to like specialize into one thing. Like the way I understand it, and the reason why I guess I'd be on board for it is because that reminds me a little bit more of like a Fallout game. Like in Fallout, you can like, let's say I want to specialize in melee weapons. that means I have to dump like the vast majority of all my experiences in the melee.
Yeah,
stuff.
to get all those good perks. Yeah.
Right. And then my guns aren't going to be that good. But what's cool about that is you can replay the game now. Like
Exactly
I remember
what I was
like
gonna
playing
say.
I remember playing through the game with guns, and then
Uh-huh.
I was like, dude, I really want to do a melee build. And you can like start the game over and build your character as a melee, and that was so
Yeah.
much fun to do that. So that'd be
Yeah.
cool if that's in here too.
Yeah, it definitely the fact that replayability would be dope. Hey, what's good, Samurai? Thank you for
What's
popping
up,
in
man?
again.
What's up, Samurai?
But yeah, just having the option to just choose like, oh, you know, I went, you know, with the bow for so long, but I'm not really liking it. I'm kind of getting my ass beat, or I'm having trouble with it. So let me start it over again and let me switch to staff or something. Or maybe there's just a respec where you can just like respec your entire shit and then just, you know,
Totally.
get better. I wouldn't mind that either, you know, like the fact to be able to respec and then just try a different thing, you know, and be able to test all of it out. Like I don't mind that, but I like getting you know, bottlenecked into a direction, you know, like or forced to go this way or that way, you know what I mean? And not having like all this stuff, because sometimes getting access to everything can be overwhelming, you know? So it's like if I know exactly what I want to get, you know, I can go straight for that. And then I can figure out that pathway first and then adjust to see like the little stuff that I might want from this path, that path, or this path, or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I like the
Mark
Fallout
Riley.
example. Sir
or
Knight.
like or Mark like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Right? Like you
Dark
went
Souls.
like melee or like magic, or you went like heavy two-handers or like one-handers and a sword. Right? Like I'm sure you had a build, right, Mark, and like that.
Yeah.
But like you can go back and play it as like a magic user this time or something, you know?
Yeah, that's one thing for Elden Ring. I got excited when they were
Mhm.
using magic and bows and arrows because I never do that. I always
Me
make
neither.
like a strength build with like very minimal magic, very minimal.
Mhm.
But I was like,
I
oh,
always do that,
Same
dude.
here.
Magic is bread and butter out there in Dark Souls, man.
yeah,
Magic
magic
puts
looks
in
OP,
work.
but for some reason, I just like being a knight for some reason.
Me too, dude. I'm the same
Yeah.
way. I mean, the knight says it all, right?
Yeah,
I'm Sir Knight, so I gotta be a knight.
yeah, but
Yes, sir, loser.
Sir Knight. But yeah, but
Uh,
I'm excited for this game, dude. I love builds. Just like in Diablo 2, I love just starting new characters because you could only have one build per character. So like when you brought up Fallout, I was like, you're right, dude. You hit that nail on the head. I want to play Fallout because there's a lot of builds that I never even tried, and I just want to mess
Exactly.
around and
Mhm.
you know. So that adds a lot of theory crafting in your head. You know, when you're OP and you can just do it all, that's not fun. You know,
yeah.
it's cool when
Exactly.
you're, you know, when you have to choose wisely. So
So I guess the question here is for y'all: does this make you want to? Because we're probably just going to be buying one game in February, and that's Elden Ring. But does this make you think about buying Horizon right next to Elden Ring, or are you still waiting a month? Like, does this kind of make you want to buy it more?
I've already wanted to buy Horizon, and I will buy Horizon, but it's just a matter of when I play it. You know what I'm saying? So, does this make me want to get it like day one when I just purchased Elden Ring day one? No, because I already know I wanted to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So this is just, you know, extra icing on a cake that I already knew I wanted. But you know, it's just nice. You know, it's nice to see that it's gonna have a lot of stuff in there. So, you know, but I'm gonna take my time with Elden Ring. So, you know, unfortunately, Elden Ring is just gonna shit all over the possibilities that I have for that month of February. You know, the only thing that Horizon can do for itself is maybe bump that shit up to like February 2nd or something like that, like some early in February, man. Just change the date. Like what's 12 or so days, you know? Just push that shit up.
I
yeah,
don't know why they don't delay.
I'm gonna be on Elden Ring for a long time. I'm gonna try to, you know, get all the achievements and just take my time playing that game. So unfortunately, I don't know what I'm gonna get this game. I still gotta beat the first one, so I'm just gonna Elden Ring is gonna consume all the limited time that I have.
That's so crazy, man. Like, I honestly think, dude, Horizon needs to delay again. Like, I
Yeah.
feel kind of the same way. Like, this looks so good, though.
It does, dude.
Like, this
There's no
looks
faults here.
so good. So like it makes me think like maybe it can compete, but I still feel like everyone's just gonna buy Elden Ring with their February budget. I don't know. I just don't see people buying like multiple games in 1 week.
Yeah.
But so one of these games is gonna suffer, and I think it's gonna be Horizon.
Yeah, what you think, Anthony? If you're still in there, man, or Samurai, or Squid, are any of you guys possibly getting Horizon and Elden Ring, or maybe you getting Elden Ring instead of Horizon because of the time slot, or you getting Horizon instead of Elden Ring? Like that's one of those things that I know that these games have to be looking at, and it's just like.
Totally.
I think the best thing they could do is, Elden. That's another person getting Elden Ring. So, Samurai is definitely getting Elden Rings. But are you gonna get Horizon at all, or are you just gonna wait on Horizon and just focus on Elden Ring straight up? And then if you want another game, you might get Horizon. Because I would be constantly looking at the release schedule and just like, shit, another guy pushed his game back. Like, damn, hey Bill, we got to push this back, bro.
I just don't know if there's anything that Sony can release to offset people's desire to get Elden Ring instead of Horizon that much. I think the best they can hope for is that people buy both. And I think that's going to be a small minority, of the community. I don't think the majority of the gaming community is going to buy both these games. I think they're going to buy one of them.
Yeah,
so I think it's just tough, man. I think it's really tough because I feel like in the same boat. Like I'm going to be ended up waiting on Horizon. As good as it looks, isn't that crazy? Yeah. That shows you how banger February is going to. Not just February, but 2020 is going to be.
Yeah, just 2022
is going to be. Yeah, 2022 is going to be just retarded.
Yeah.
The only good news is if for whatever reason the Elden Ring doesn't live up to its hype, you can sell it, trade it easily, and go and get Horizon.
That's not happening, dude.
I'm just saying.
But it's a possibility,
At least for February, you have an escape route. Your February is going to be booked, so.
It is, man.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the year is booked. So that's what's crazy.
Dude.
I think
it's
March
a lot of solid shit coming out.
Yeah, dude.
Because Arceus got pushed to February too, right?
Did it?
No, Arceus is still January. We're still good for January in that one. So that's my January game. But it's gonna be Elden for February, and then if I have time, Horizon in March. But I'm gonna be playing Elden for a good minute. So
yeah, man.
I don't know. We'll see, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I love you, me.